on a date with me?
And we all know her, but I can't. I'm not gonna give her names. I'm not
Okay,
gonna give her names.
well, I want to hear about this
Fucking weird.
afterwards. That's crazy.
Apparently, I went on a date with no wallet. First of all, I don't have a wallet. Like, number one,
That's evidence, right?
That's evidence. Yeah.
Okay. I want to start off with something.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So, in recent news, let's talk about our big three, like, music artists in general.
Okay.
And my big three music artists in general right now, in my whole lifetime, have been R. Kelly, Michael Jackson,
hot.
and Drake.
Okay.
Damn.
And now, and what those three have in common is that they all like younger girls. So now I'm scared when I listen to music. I'm like, oh, I fuck with this guy. Wait, he probably sucks. He's probably not a good human being.
That brings up a good question. We'll go back to the big three, but like, can you separate art from the artist?
I try my best to.
What? I think the thing is, I think we already do. I think we already do, but we don't realize that we're doing it.
Oh, we
Right?
do it, but like,
Because
but society thinks different.
Right? Well, it's
It's like a moral push. It's like, I don't listen to R. Kelly anymore, but if it comes on, I'm gonna still dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because, like, listen, Motown era, these guys was trash, right? Like,
Yeah,
as
of course.
people, trash, you know? Probably a good hang,
Mhm.
right? Don't want to bring your wife around them, but trash, right? Tracks is still booming. Elvis is out here flying around with also a very young child, right? Kind of sus. Right? Talking about all of these rock stars, especially particularly in the glam rock era, like all of them was out here just like, you know, picking up 13-year-old, 14-year-old girl, like you know, what's the word? Groupies.
Yeah.
It's like these guys have been continuously doing terrible things, right? And it's not that we don't care that they're doing terrible things.
They just keep making bangers.
Exactly. It's like I care far more. First off, I don't know you as a person. I don't actually care about you as a person, right? I care about your ability to create a product, right? And it sounds terrible, right? But realistically speaking, I don't read with these. I don't read with you. It doesn't matter. All of these, like, if you are a great person, you know what? If you're a great person, it doesn't make your music better, right?
Facts.
And if you're a bad person, it doesn't make your music better. But sometimes bad people make great music. And you know what? I'm not gonna. When you go to jail, I'm gonna be sad because you're not dropping any more tracks.
I wouldn't say bad people. I would say flawed people.
Nigga, everyone's flawed.
Exactly.
So that's a non-statement.
All right, whatever. Whatever. I say flawed. I just.
Nigga, thought you said something. Yeah, they're flawed. You mean humans? Yeah.
I just don't like the term good or bad. I just like flawed.
I'm with you. I'm on that wave right now.
Yeah.
Good and bad is all subjective, and based on like your own point of view. So it doesn't really matter.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Dark Matter Podcast. We're back. We're here. You know, we're talking about some stuff, separating art from the artist, all that stuff. But guys, how we doing this week? How we doing?
I'm chilling and feeling good. Right? But I
Like
have
that.
a little bit of money in my pocket. You know what I mean? I'll do a little thing here and there. Not a lot of money. Don't ask me for nothing. Right? But
I was
you
about to
know?
say, me and you have we just got a job shirts. We just got hired. Oh, that's good. That's good. Blessings.
Come back to this podcast in 3 months when I tell you I got fired again. But hey, it's fire.
We move.
New beginnings, man. New beginnings.
Justin, how you been, man?
Bro, I haven't been really sleeping much lately, but I feel like I'm a lot happier, which is weird. Maybe that's just mania.
Yeah.
Join the
Something
team, fam. Listen,
But,
I don't
like,
even sleep. You guys are.
I'm having fun with stand-up again. I will say that. That's the best feeling ever. So
That's good. Were you like kind
I
of
was in
falling
a
out of love
rut.
with it?
I was in a rut. I was like thinking about, I don't love this anymore, or it's like, do I really love this? I kept doing the same bits over. I had nothing new coming up, and I was like, we were in the class with Kenny Robinson, and then I was getting like stuff from him, and he's like, I've been keeping. I'm holding back. Now I'm just like, let me just like be more free and have fun again, and then that's where I'm at right now. So I'm enjoying it.
It's interesting, like with your style, it's more of like a laid back comedy. So are you changing your style, or are you just changing how you feel about it? Like you're just saying new stuff
I
and
think
you're
I'm gonna
excited.
change up my style.
Okay. Yeah. Because like I feel like just talking to you, like on a normal basis, like you're just like a naturally funny person, but like your comedy persona is very different.
Mhm.
They're still both funny, but like just two separate personas. So
I'm trying to meld them into
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
And not, like,
I'm
be-
excited. I'm excited
Mhm.
for you, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan, man, how you doing?
Yeah, man, I've been doing well. I've been doing well, surprisingly.
Shout out the
again,
universe. Shout out the universe.
Yeah, man. I think maybe it's because of the weather change, but like, yeah, I'm feeling the same way as Justin. And also, like, I just stopped arguing with people. You know, I don't give a fuck no more. I'm not going back and forth with these niggas. So I'm good.
Right.
I'm good
Living
for-
your best life.
Goddamn right, shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
I'm
yeah,
I'm on the same wave. It's great.
That's
I-
good.
I cut off some people. You know, what else? I heard about some rumors that made me laugh, and that's about it. Other than that, I'm good.
Rumors about you?
Yeah.
You want to
Oh,
address
say
them?
that.
Yeah,
Address
what's
them,
up? You wanna
address
talk
them,
about it right
address them,
now?
address them,
Or-
please.
yeah, please. Yeah.
Alright.
No, how crazy are these rumors?
No, it's not crazy.
All
Well,
right.
Aw.
what was
Hey,
the last crazy
maybe some
ones?
Drake rumors, no?
Oh no.
All right, thank God. Thank God. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
Yeah, someone told me that I went on a fictional date and I didn't pay for it, and I ate off the girl's plate.
Okay, questions. So many questions.
Okay, first off, if it's a fictional date, why are you paying? Like, if it didn't, if it's not real,
Mm.
like, why are we paying? Also, was the food good?
I wasn't there. It didn't happen. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a step back.
Yeah, let's
Are
dissect
people
this.
are people saying that the date you went on was also fake, or you're calling it fictional?
Because it never happened. Because
But okay,
yeah.
yes or no? You're calling it
Yes, I'm
fictional.
calling it fictional
Yeah, but
'cause it
other
wasn't
people
real.
think you went on this date like it's
apparently-
real.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. So take it a step back from there.
I'm not gonna lie. I want that kind of swag that people are just out here being like, "Yo, I went on a date with Nathan." Like, just make up a lie that they
Yeah.
went on a date with me. I'm like, you know how greasy that means I am as an individual. Like,
That brings me to my next question: Is the person who's saying you were on this date with, like, is that the person? Like, is it the girl who's saying, like,
Yeah.
oh, he went on a date with me?
And we all know her, but I can't. I'm not gonna give her names. I'm not
okay,
gonna give names.
well, I want to hear about this
Fucking weird.
afterwards.
Oh.
That's
Apparently-
crazy.
Apparently, I went on a date with no wallet. First of all, I don't have a wallet. Like, number one, that's Second,
Yeah.
we went to a burger place that we don't even know the name of. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I ate off a plate. Like, I'm not going on a
So
date if
you
I had
did
no
go?
funds. No, I didn't go. There's nothing. I don't even know the name of the burger place that we apparently went to. Like, this is crazy. This is insane.
did you clap cheeks?
No, because
In this fictional story, he didn't even fictionally clap
Yeah.
cheeks.
would you let a man clap cheeks who forgot his wallet and ate off your plate?
If she likes you,
Depends.
yeah.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Because what you're describing right now is what my girlfriend does to me all the time. Eats off my plate.
I don't know. Take a 1-2 fry.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, but like I
She doesn't have a wallet.
But that's like, come on, man.
Why is it different?
Doesn't have a wallet.
Because you know why it's different.
No, we don't.
Gender dynamics, like you can't do that as a man. Maybe a woman can.
A
I mean,
woman can have
is
a
not
wallet?
No, don't come with the 2004.
Nah.
Oh, it's different. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. No.
2004, that was a very specific. What happened in 2004?
I'm just saying, dude,
24.
20, yeah,
Oh,
but like,
okay,
I
got
just, you know, fucking.
That was Bush's second presidency.
The Bush administration was different. All right? Men's and women's were acting different. They were moving different.
But just yeah, and also just cut off people who just keep me down, like just tear me down emotionally and physically. No, not physically, emotionally and mentally. I'm done with people like that. So I'm just happy. I'm feeling good. I'm done with stupid rumors. I'm totally good. I'm just like I'm
But I'm
enjoying
still
myself.
here.
Huh?
I'm still here.
Yeah, you're fun. I mean, whatever. I know you.
See, I can tear him down emotionally, but I'm fun.
Yeah. So be fun about it. Be fun about it.
Listen,
If you're-
if you want to make fun of people, you gotta be funny.
Exactly.
Right? That's the prize.
It's plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
With you, it's coming from like a loving place. Like I know we have banter, we go back and forth. But
I'm
when
glad
someone,
you think that.
It's like, got him.
when someone's like tearing out your soul, like for no reason, it's just like it's a different vibe. It's, you can feel that shit. So I don't get that from you.
Cool.
And I could shit on you too. It's fun.
That's
But, like,
facts.
yeah. That's my week. Yeah.
That's good. That's good, man.
Mhm.
Good. Anyone got anything else they want to bring up?
I was gonna say you can't eat off a woman's plate if you have the right amount of risk, my nigga. Like, don't
It never happened.
don't stifle yourself.
It never happened. What the fuck?
Nah, bro, you gotta make it sexy. You take the fry, you fucking like put it on your lips and shit.
Yeah.
Take a bite, and then that could have been you, and then you put it back.
Takes a fry, puts it on his mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes like a grease lip on his mask. Puts it-
Oh fuck! Look, I wouldn't even go on an eating date. Like that's crazy because I'm wearing masks. It's fucking hard to. You see me eat a burger with a mask. It's terrible.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
so funny.
I go to non-talking things. So like I go to a movie.
That's a terrible date.
No. So I
don't
don't.
care.
I don't have to eat. I don't have to talk. We can talk about the movie after. I'm not a talker. I'm not a talker at all. I'm not good. So I need something to talk about.
So I think the moral of the story is that you don't need to come up with a fictional date that's bad with Nathan, just a real date. Like you don't need to do all this effort to be doing a fictional bad date. You could have just did a real bad date with
Yeah,
Nathan.
exactly. Yeah.
Ask him out. This nigga don't have money, so he's not paying for it.
Mhm.
Like, you're gonna go see a movie, probably gonna be a bad movie, and then he's not gonna talk to you after.
Nah. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a
It's probably
fire
gonna be
movie.
a good
Fire
movie. Yeah, the level of quality of movie is out of his control. So I give that like he can control that element of it. You know,
I'm a fun guy. I'm
you're a
just
fun
cheap.
guy.
I'm just cheap. I don't have no money, but I'm a fun guy.
I don't know if you can call. I feel like it's different. It's different. You can't call somebody cheap if they got no money. If they have money and they choose not to spend
Yes.
it, then you're cheap.
Yeah,
But
you're
if you just
broke.
have,
Oh
you're
yeah,
broke.
yes, he's just
Yeah,
broke. Not
yeah,
cheap.
yeah.
That's
broke.
different.
Mhm.
That's
Broke as
different.
shit.
Mhm.
But I'm fun.
You were
Anyway,
fun. You were
yeah.
fun. Yes. As promised, I have a recap of our favorite show. This is the best podcast.
Let's go.
This is the best podcast talking about the hit TLC show MILF Manor, season
Damn
2,
straight.
episode 2.
Uh-huh.
You didn't expect this from us, did
No.
you? Did you? A podcast with 4 black comedians
Mhm.
talking about all these old women.
This is the thing.
Talk about these
you start a
nerfs.
project and then you start to evolve and you find
Mhm.
your space. And we didn't realize that our space is in the MILF Manor.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know. We didn't know.
I've been chasing MILFs for so long. I realized now I should have been here.
Yo, get us on the show.
You should have went pro.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So, to be honest, after watching this episode, like it was interesting, but I don't think I could do the weekly recaps. I'll watch next week's episode, which by the time this comes out would have already happened. If it's interesting and I think it's something we can talk about, then sure.
Yeah.
But maybe once the season is over, I'll probably
Just didn't give us a recap
I'll give
of
a
the
season recap
Mhm.
and see what happens. But yeah, so just a quick catch up. MILF Manor, there's like 6 MILFs, 5 guys, they're 5 young men. They all get together, date, whatever. And the episode is just one day, like one day and the night. That's it. The next episode, episode 2. Well, at the end of episode 1 is where all the dads of the younger men show up, and now it's mingling. So it's 3 groups of people. It's young men, dads, and MILFs all together in one space, and it got revealed in this episode that the dads are here to stay. So this is the season. It's 3 groups: young men, their dads, and the MILFs, all competing against each other.
Yeah.
Now, like I said last episode, whoever came up with this idea, cut the check, because this was brilliant. This was a brilliant idea, especially in the age of The Golden Bachelor, which was like a hit. Having these older men show up and kind of bring a level of authenticity, not like these young men being like, I'm here to fuck some old bitches, you know?
Mhm.
These older guys who are like, oh, you know, I was married for 15 years and then I got divorced and I'm just looking for love again. And I'm like,
Wait, quick
okay.
question. Is it like, so it's like 5 sons, 5 MILFs, and then 5 dads?
No. 6 MILFs, 5 sons, and then their dads. So the 5 dads.
So it's 10 guys and then 6 girls.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so my question
Do
comes.
people get voted out? Like,
No. So last season, I think like I don't think anyone got voted out necessarily, and the show is not really like a competition show
Mhm.
in that regards. It's just
Yeah.
like whoever makes connections makes connections.
Yeah.
you know.
Alright, so my question is, how did the dynamic change? Because first episode, it was the women in the show was hella thirsty, right? And now you got like a whole switch in terms of like how many men versus how many women are in the house, right? How did that dynamic change? Because now they're inundated with options.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is interesting. So I took notes on this. Instantly when the dads come into the manor, like instantly you saw the men quite like literally like shrink. Like they became the little boys again.
mhm.
Like quite literally one of the young men, like as soon as their dads like roll up, goes running towards his dad. He's like, Daddy, Daddy. Like,
That's weird.
That's crazy.
That's
weird.
crazy.
In front of the whole
Exactly.
Sprinting towards his dad to go give him a hug.
Man's on a TV show, a dating TV show. So yeah, I'm gonna get these girls. Dad, you're here too.
Crazy.
So
So,
that's the first time you've seen him. Like I thought, like he's been gone for years.
brother, hold the fucking phone.
Yo.
Don't jump
At
out
the
of
same
it.
time, that's a flex for the dad, right? That like you walked in and your kid just ran to you full speed. You're like, someone's like, you know what? That guy takes care of his kids. That's-
Yeah.
So
More
when
points
you're
to
talking to
him.
MILFs, that's important.
More points to him.
Right?
Yeah.
So going back to that the dynamic, like separating them up in groups. Like initially, the MILFs are seeing the dads who like the dads are hot or hotter, if not as hot as the sons, and they're gassed. The sons are like, "What the fuck are my dads doing here?" And the dads are coming in and they're like, "What the fuck is my son doing here amongst all these old women? What's
Mhm.
going on?"
Mhm.
And like the surprise seems authentic. Last season when you had the sons and the moms of the sons like coming into the same place once they got introduced to each
Mhm.
other, it seemed very like fake. Like they knew exactly what this show was, and they're like, "Mom, what are you doing here?" It's like
The logistics
stupid.
is wild because it's like if that's your child, you guys live together. You find out you're both on a reality TV show, and you just assume. And how do you would just assume you guys are both on different ones at
Yeah.
the exact same time with the exact same like film time? That's
When you think it's like what you're about to do is unrelated to that person, why wouldn't you just mention it? It's like, "Oh yeah, Mom, I'm going to Punta Cana for 5 weeks to film a TV show." "Oh yeah, I'm going to Punta Cana too for 5 weeks." What? Okay, I mean, we'll just be there at the same time. Maybe we'll run into each other, whatever, and you end up on a reality show. Bullshit. Like, no. So as they start mixing and mingling, it's very interesting where you have the young men and they're threatened by their dads. You know, because and you mentioned it last week too, but when you have the older men like talking about just who they are to these MILFs, they're like, "Oh yeah, I've run a business for this long time." One dad sells like private jets, and like all the MILFs are like, "What? Like,
Yeah.
private what now? Okay, all right."
yeah.
They've lived lives,
Yeah.
right? And the men like instantly become little boys again. They're shy. They're turning into that one dude who just kind of stands there in the middle of a conversation, and like two people are just vibing, and you're just like,
Why you point at me?
That's me too. Don't worry. That's me too. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I don't do that at all. What is? I don't like that.
it's really like it's interesting to see that like live in effect happening. So the young men, they're just like, "We need to get our dads out of here." Like it's like it's almost like they don't even care about the MILFs anymore. They're like,
They ready for patricide?
Yeah, it's war, bro.
Honestly.
It becomes strategy.
Honestly.
It's war now.
the older men, the dads, they're pretty much like they're very overconfident. Like I'd say overconfident, but it's like a justifiably like they know the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it was their sons or just another 20-year-old talking to these women. They're like, "We know the game. We got this." And they're very overly confident, but they're also in a little bit of a competition with their sons.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If you've been handsome for like 40, 50 years, you understand the game differently, right? It's one thing because like some people just get cute when they turn 20, right? And like everything's brand new. It's like, if you've been doing it for a hot minute, you're like, "Nah, man, it's fun," right?
And it's interesting because one of the sons made a good point where they were like, if the MILFs and the young men were on this show, the MILFs were looking for something specific in these young men. Maybe because they're young, they have more stamina, whatever, but they're looking for that. So having all these old men come in is probably not going to work out as well as they think it might work out. Turns out it's actually working pretty nicely, you know, because these old men are like, "Yeah, I've been divorced. I own this business. I own that business." You know, one of the dads was like, you know what I like to do? I like to wake up and be like, "I want to go to Miami today," and I book a flight for that day.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, "Wow."
Can't compete. You
Can't
can't compete.
compete.
No.
Listen, that's the equivalent of like, you know how man will be on the phone and just they see a woman walk by and all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, bro, so like, True say we're gonna go to Miami 2-2s and you know we're about to go touch base. I just wanna go call my friends because he's a promoter. It's gonna be a good vibe, like, but we have to see if we can bring some things with us. You know what I mean? It's just like there's a flex that you can do when you're like financially stable, right? And young people most young people are not financially stable. In fact, all these guys are their children, so they know that they don't like.
Yeah. So
I feel like you can also be like, if you have good friends, you're talking to a girl and they come out to you like, oh, thanks for lending me your Lambo. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like, I really needed that money. I needed rent last week. Thanks for that. And he's like, no, I got you, brother. Don't worry about it.
I have a question. I
Yeah, go ahead.
show. If what if like one of the sons was really close to the dad and they just tag teamed, and then they went for like one MILF.
okay, so
Here we go.
that's not happening.
Yeah,
As it stands, as it stands right now. That's what'll get me to do week to week recaps. If that happened, raw, crazy. But like the sons and the dads are pretty much like like we're not. If we're going for the same one, you whoever she gravitates, you could have that. Like we're in competition. We'll fight for the same one, but
what if? Okay, let's make it you and your dad, and you're on the show.
yeah,
Would you fuck a MILF together?
no, absolutely not. Yeah.
No, nothing
maybe.
like, hey, what's up, hi, dad?
We don't even have to be related for me to do that. I'm not doing that.
When's the last time you seen your dad?
I don't know. It got real too quick. I don't know. He's in Brampton. He's in the vortex of Brampton somewhere. I don't know.
So,
where
like,
he
if you
is.
had a chance to, like,
I live in Brampton.
Yeah, I know.
you might
but,
have
like,
seen him.
Is he my dad? Are we brothers? That's crazy. Am I Bayesian?
Like, if you had to have a reunion with your dad, like, had to be like while greasing a ting, would you do it?
Nah, that's fucked up, man. I can't. Hey, Dad, how you doing?
Yeah.
Fucking, I couldn't.
It's
been 3 years.
It's in the dark, and you're like, someone turns on the light real quick, like, Dad.
Hold on. Does it matter how sweet the ting is?
Absolutely not.
That's like, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely not. But this is a good transition because one of the father sons, like, the son hasn't seen his dad for years.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Yo,
Wild!
shout out to the producers.
For finding his dad.
They found my man. God, like,
It took a weird, like, pivot, like a weird, like, 90-degree turn, and then, like, it tried to go back into the, like, we're fine, we're at the manor, we're chilling, blah, blah, blah. So dad's coming in, they're all like, yeah. And one of the sons looking like at first he's like, oh, hey, and then they take him aside, like, do that, like, solo interview thing, and he's just like, I haven't seen my dad in years. We've been estranged because he was cheating on his, like, mom.
yeah.
And he was making his son kind of like a part of it or like a witness to it in a certain degree.
Gotta teach him early.
And the son was just like, this is toxic. I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. Like whatever. And they became estranged for years.
Mhm.
For years. He said specifically years. And he reached out to his dad like to like reconnect. No response. So
Yo, when your dad leaves you on red, bro, that's crazy.
leaves you on red, and the next time you see him is when you're at MILF Manor. There are many.
I'm scrapping.
I'm scrapping.
Yo.
You can't return a message, but you could go around and run around on a TV show. Not even like the biggest TV show on the planet, MILF Manor. You can't say, "Hey, son, how
Yeah.
are you?"
I wonder if he knew.
I don't know, because like this is what I'm saying, when the surprise of like the sons even seeing their dads seemed authentic, and then when he said that, I'm like, nah, they couldn't have known. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I just I would scrap immediately, and I couldn't. There's not a lot, like, I don't forgive my dad for a lot of things, but at the end of the day, like, he's not in my life, and he's got to live his life at the end of the day. I could not, like, you couldn't tell me that, oh, all the times he was out of your life, he was actually on a telenovela, on like a reality show, clapping things, when he could have been your dad. He was just like running around, just being like, hey, I'm the wacky guy on a TV show. I'm like, bro,
Like, I was being the role model so I could be many people's dads.
Yeah.
You gotta realize.
wild. It was such a wild, like,
Find out your dad's
Well,
Nick Cannon.
essentially.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, you same.
Yeah.
Same.
Tap me in on the network, fam. That's what it is.
Facts. You want to be a good slot on the wheel, you know?
Mm.
Listen, I get to hang with Mariah Carey every now and then. Go to the family reunions. That'd be fire.
Yeah. So
Wait, are they cool? I don't think Nick and Mariah are cool.
Yeah, but if they have a family reunion where they bring all the youths back, right? Then like, she gotta show up. So I'm gonna be there.
I don't know if they. Because I remember Nick got a fucking Mariah tattoo on his back, and he had to cover that shit up. So I feel like they're not gonna be in the same room.
Would you get tattoos of like your
I'm so
significant
down.
others?
I'm so down.
You're legit? Are you
fuck
joking?
that,
I'll get
fuck
like
that.
initials.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it depends. Like, I don't think I wouldn't get a name or like an initials on me, but I would get like a symbol.
Yeah.
Like, just some like.
Being that you're polyamorous, you're getting hella tattoos. You're getting a sleeve.
That's fire, bro.
That would be
Baby
fire.
moms?
That would be
Yeah,
fire.
you get left arms, baby moms.
You be like Victor Zaz, where he like makes a cut for like every
Uh-huh.
kill he had.
Right?
Every-
You get a sleeve and it's
Yeah.
just everybody's signatures all over your
Yo,
arm.
your tattoo for your body count?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
That's some hoe activity on both accounts. Of, like men and women. That's
Isn't a
But,
ring
like,
enough? Like, what the fuck?
A
Why do I
ring?
gotta
That shit
tattoo?
boring.
I do like the idea of like a tattoo, like a ring tattoo.
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So like, because it's one of those things that's like, yo, even if we get divorced, we actually not divorced. Don't worry about that. Right?
Oh no, I'm changing that shit to like a fucking gun or some shit. I'm getting the biggest cover up.
Right? No, but I think like because like the way in my mind is like if through via polyamory, I could get a ring with one of my partners and then expand the ring with another one. So like the
You
design
just got a
becomes-
black ass finger.
the design
Whole
becomes like
thing.
more intricate and longer down the finger.
But I feel
as-
like in that dynamic, she'd be like, I'm the base, you bitches are
Oh.
the extension.
well, it's more a matter of like you have to realize that time is a flat circle. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
you can't actually think about who came first because it's actually about the significance you have in my life and you all significant.
But I have an ego, so I'm be like, yeah, I was here first, bitches.
Same. I'd have that same ego. I'm the bottom bitch.
Yeah.
Top dog.
I am the foundation.
I'm the foundation.
Without me, y'all are not here.
And that's still true, right? In one sense, because it's like, if we weren't together and like had such a great energy, I wouldn't be able to like find other people, and we wouldn't have ran into other people who are also able to add to that energy. Yeah, so that's fine.
So just to wrap this recap up, I won't go too much into it because it gets pretty depressing after a while because they have a challenge and the challenge is like such a budget ass challenge where it's just like they just have to do strip dances for the MILFs like
In front of your dad,
in
bro?
front of your dad. See, this was something that was being brought up during the Golden Bachelor where at the end where you have the ceremony where you give the people the roses, one of the people who got voted off was like, have some chairs for these old ladies who are like 60 plus. They're just standing all night. And like we like
What's happening?
I'm gonna get you a pillow. But
It's a nice setup.
but
So why we should switch sides, bro.
yeah, we're probably gonna have to get you guys switch. But yeah, so like we know like how like shoots go, and like even like Michelle was talking about it when she was here. Like shoots can go on for hours. So you're having these old women just stand up like perfectly, like they're taking a graduation photo, just waiting, and like their knees are buckling and all that stuff. Like
Do you see that on camera? You're just there waiting. You just, like, see someone fucking quivering. You're like, cut, get her to sit down.
So this has been like now, and she said that on the show, and they kept it in the show. Like, get these women some chairs. Like, this is ridiculous. So now it's starting. We're starting to kind of address like, if we're going to have these shows where we have older people being like the main part, like the contestants, so to speak. You need to adapt to it because it's different when you have a bunch of like young 20-year-olds being like all bouncy and shit. And it's like, okay, we don't have to worry about X, Y, and Z. But you have these older people do that. They have the fathers and the sons like in the same rooms on bunk beds.
Oh my! What? This show was weird, man. Who gets the top bunk? There must have been a fight for that.
the dads were like, off rip, I'm not sharing a room with you.
Clearly.
I'm not. Fuck this bunk bed. I'm not sharing a room with y'all. And one of them was like, I ain't smelling your farts all night.
I know what you be doing.
Bro, imagine that same dude hasn't seen his father in years. Like he's just on the top bunk, like. So where were you?
Yeah. What'd you say? Nothing.
I was like, I fucking hate you. What'd you say? Nothing.
And like, oh man, yeah, this dad is just like, he's just like, he's all vibes. He's like, yeah, man, can't wait to be with these women. I'm like, go talk to your son. Go talk to your son.
You don't want to.
He almost seems pissed that his son was there.
Yeah.
Because,
I know he was. He was like, God damn.
It's like, I went 14 years avoiding you,
Yep.
and now you show up with bitches?
I feel like he knows that he's like he knows his son has no game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He must know.
Handsome kid. It's
Nah, what do you mean? When you get abandoned by your father, yo, the game comes to you, my guy. Like,
I don't know. It can, but not for all.
that's an interesting like route to go down, but like because I didn't necessarily grow up with I didn't grow up with my dad. And he didn't teach me like how to do like talk to women or anything like that. So, I mean, some things are I think innately in us. Like, you know, we if we are thirsty, we will find water. You don't need someone to teach us to do that. And I think, you know, like reproducing is something that's intrinsically in our DNA to do. So having someone teach you that is better, but you'll figure it out. It's just going to take a lot more trial and error.
Incels exist.
They do exist.
That's a counter argument.
And my
That's
thing
the
is,
counter
I think we
argument.
overestimate how much, particularly when you're in a room with people who didn't have their fathers in their life, we're overestimating how much actual work somebody's father has put into them, right? Because like you're talking about like, oh yeah, like my dad never taught me how to spit game. It's like I don't think most people have had that like
That's true.
that situation.
So to that point, I had a group of friends in high school who they all had their dads in their lives. And I was over at one of their places once and they were figuring out how to talk to a girl and none of them could figure it out. They had to Google it. And I was just thinking, I'm just like, you got the blueprint right
Yeah.
there. He's walking around, he's making you a grilled cheese right now. Ask him.
Yeah.
Like he got your mom. You have the textbook right here and it's an open book test.
I think that's pride, though.
I guess.
I also
yeah.
think it's a matter of like how comfortable are you with your father to have those kind of conversations? Because also it's like when you talk about like the birds and the bees convo, right? Most people haven't had that conversation. That conversation is like like we all think it happens, but most people have not had that conversation. Most people are out here, you know, fumbling and trying to figure out their bits and pieces, right? This is why people be out here getting pregnant way too often,
Yeah.
right? And just like over foolishness.
No. Oh. Yeah.
But like having conversations about sex and relationships is like not something that happens in most people's household.
It's tough in general, so it's like
Yeah.
that's the main point.
This is one last point I want to get to, and then I'm done. I'm done talking about this show for the week. But so the challenge is that they have striptease, like it's sons and dads, whatever, and the dads win, right? They win the Magic Mike strip show, whatever, and they go out to a bar. That's their award. They go out.
Is
they
it in
get to-
public?
In public.
Okay.
So I did some investigative research, and I found out where they filmed this.
Okay.
At least what bar they went
bar
to.
they
so
went to.
so you know, process like I mean
Process
just like
of elimination.
process of elimination
It can't
and
be
just
that
like
far away.
it can't be that far away, right?
Mhm.
So I was figuring out. I checked like the businesses like that were like on the street that they filmed and then where they went into. They
I
didn't
love,
show.
I love how you're so devoted to this.
I
You're
needed
like,
to know.
are they in Canada?
I needed to know because it didn't because they just kept saying Canada. Canada is a pretty big place for anybody who's watching this who doesn't live here. It's a huge place.
It is technically larger than America. And I know that sounds weird, but it
It
is.
is. It is. Yeah. So I'm doing research, and they actually filmed this in Barrie.
Oh wow.
It's
Shit.
it's close.
Really?
It's in Barrie, and I was like, that explains so much on why they're not specific on where they are, because even the bar they walk into is like is dread.
Trash.
It's trash. It's just like three white dudes with guitars like playing country music, and it's clear that they rented out the bar. Like there's no other patrons in there,
okay, yeah.
and it's just like whatever band that they hired to just play in the corner and do whatever. But they go into the bar. They're all, you know, mixing and mingling, and you know it gets a little trashy where like some two of the women are like being catty towards each other because like, oh, he's my man, no I want, and it's also annoying because like the two women who are like being catty towards each other is a black woman and a Latina woman, and I'm just like, come on y'all, come on man.
This is why y'all just gotta be polyamorous, family. Y'all just share him. It's fine. Like,
Latina woman's talking to one of the dudes, and the black woman's like, you can't be talking to my man. And like she's claiming like all the men she thinks are like
That's a poly queen right there. That's a poly queen right there.
She's like, whoever you're talking to, that's my man. I'm like, that's crazy because you have how many kids and how many grandchildren? Like they're all your men. Technically, like I guess you proved it. I guess no shade, but it's like that's kind of what the show is. Like you all have to like date each other. So to get territorial this early in is a little weird. But one of the women, she's hanging out with one of the Italian dads, right? And he's like putting the riz on her, you know. He's like, I'm looking at your tits. Your tits are great. Like literally says that. He's like, I'm sorry for looking at your tits. And I'm like, Jesus, Murphy.
You know what?
That's bold.
But that shit works.
Yep.
Like,
it worked. It worked on her.
It's wild because like you'll look at it from afar and you're like, I don't get it. I have no understanding of what's happening right now. But there's a level of consistency. There's a level of like saying exactly what you want. Right now, maybe you can find a less crass way to do it. Right, but you can be like, yo, fam, listen, yo. My girl, your titties looking amazing today. Like, what do you do?
That's not gonna work.
Like cocoa butter?
That's not gonna
You
work.
never know.
That's not gonna
Just
work.
be authentic. If you're authentic, they can sense it, and they're like, oh, I guess.
So
they are looking nice today.
They film an aside with her, and she's just like, yeah, you know, Anthony, the Italian dad, he's like, he's not usually what I go for. The people I usually go for, and I wrote this down. The guys she usually goes for are broke, not that smart, and not that nice. When I tell you, I have a big issue with this, which made me want to like write off the whole show at this point. Well, when she said, the guys she usually go for are broke, not that nice, not that smart, they cut to the only two black fathers on the show. Like, I was like, no, they did not. Because like as soon as I looked at her, I'm like, this is the type of like older woman who like if I was in a bar, she'd like chop me up.
Yeah.
Just because she's like, ooh, young black.
Is she white?
She's white, blonde hair.
Does she have light skinned kids?
We don't know. We've never seen her kids. But I was like, this
She
is
got
the
the light
type
skin
of
haircut.
She definitely has a Jaden. She had a Jaden.
But I'm like, this is the type of woman who would come up to me and being like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I kind of know your type. So I was already thinking that in the back of my head. And then she said that, and then they cut to the two black fathers, and I was like, no, they did not. Outrageous.
What is the crossover between Italians and blacks? Because there's like there's a surprising amount of crossover between like those families. Like Italian women are fire and you know, they like me too. But also it's like right? But like it's not uncommon to see like, you know, Italian men love themselves some black women. Right?
I think it's the energy. Like they like attitude. They like I hate to say that. I don't want to be like, oh, black women have attitude. I feel like they like confidence.
You're generalizing. You're not.
Yeah,
it's not
like,
being specific, but
they like. I feel like they like pushback. They like they like a fiery, like big personality. I think that's the basis of it.
Yeah. We date people that remind us of our mothers, and if our mothers are like, you know, not combative, but you know, confrontational. We're like, yeah, like that's what I'm supposed to.
It's either we go for a mother or the complete opposite. So she is the baseline.
Yeah. It was a little. It made me feel a type of ways where I'm like, I already assumed the amount, the type she goes for, but like
the camera guy's like, here, look.
Yeah, it's like you need to stop. You need to stop. One of the dads is like, oh, he's a gym teacher, so I'm like, he's not making that much more money. You know, we don't even know what these other two black men do. They could be just like as successful as the guy selling private jets. They dress pretty like nicely and kind of drippy. So I'm like, one of the dads had a Gucci belt on.
That's a nigga right there.
So it's like,
the belt buckle was out too. Oh yeah.
Also, she said kind of dumb, kind of broke.
Not that nice.
Talking about and she's like, oh, but the guy was just being like, hey, I love your tits.
That's what got me. Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, you still have the same type.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't changed.
It's the same. Yeah, same but different.
Right? It just sound different.
Yeah. He's like, I like your tits. Oh my god. And she's like, oh well, they're the only real tits here. So I'm like,
wow.
Okay, but you see, this is the interesting part where it's just like the MILFs on the show, they don't even think about like, oh, they're in the mindset of like, oh, we can date the sons and the dads.
Mhm.
I'm like, wild, because they're not thinking that.
Yeah.
You know? And they're just being catty towards each other and like undermining other women. I don't know if that happens with the young men and the dads, where they're trying to undermine, like the dads are trying to undermine the other dads, or the young men are trying to undermine the other young men.
Dirty Mackin.
Dirty Mackin, not necessarily like cross generationally.
Mhm.
That's they're trying to. They're keeping it civil at this point.
I think you'll see it later on in the season.
Maybe, but like it's just interesting. Like I don't know if this is what the show's like focusing on,
Mhm.
but maybe it was just a little too easy.
Oh, it might be the narrative.
I don't know. Because the guys are just like as soon as the dads came in, they were like, oh, it's us against them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not amongst us.
Mhm.
It's us against our dads.
Yeah.
And like they just knew it immediately. But
Yeah.
with the MILFs, they're like, maybe I want that, maybe I want this, but this bitch can't have any. And I'm just like, I feel like that's just an easy narrative to push on women,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe because it was easy because it was there.
I mean,
you know?
maybe low key it's just patriarchy, right? Because you see, as you have the two groups of men, they're looking at the women as the prize. But women who have also internalized the patriarchy look at each other as competition rather than solidarity.
Wait, is that patriarchy?
Yeah.
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 Mm.
All right, facts. All right.
But
Guess-
what would that look like if they were like together, like as a team?
I mean, you know what? If you ever go to the club and see like a group of women, particularly women who are like liberated, and they're like, like we're gonna all go back a thing today, right? Like they move in like a SWAT team. It is so fun to watch, right? Like they will watch up. They usually look up because it's some big tall dude that they're like, all right, right?
Yeah.
And like, who wants that, right? And then they'll just go over, they'll dance around him in a circle, and then just position the right person in the right place. Keep dancing, man. Oh my God, you guys look so cute. Ooh. And my husband be like,
Oh, word? Yeah. What's up?
yeah. Oh, what's your name? Oh, that's pretty.
That's crazy. Did you watch
That's-
Milf Manor? Because that's all the young guys.
I feel
All
like,
the young guys.
but that's like when we say like women don't have riz. That's just not true. Their riz is different from a guy's riz. They put themselves into positions to be like talked to, but guys have to be the ones that go forward. So a girl will always like, if she doesn't like you, she won't put herself in that position, and she'll hate if you come up to her. But if she comes in, puts herself into position. I'll talk about like, the example of like I go to soca events,
Okay.
and like girls will just be dancing. And then so like you have a girl over here just like winding up herself, and then she like slowly go over, like just slowly gets towards you, and I'm just like, does she want to dance? And then you go in, and she wants to,
Yeah.
or if you just go up to a girl and she's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Right? Yo, the look back is crazy. When you try to come get a bubble and it gives you the look back, ooh, that's the moment where your heart will break.
Oh, I've been broken. But
You've been broken?
Oh yeah. I have like I was in the club in Waterloo, hip hop night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like great. The funniest thing, I go to like get my ID. He's like, oh, Scarborough? Lots of Scarborough people here. I'm like, nice. Like, lots of Scarborough people here. Here's the metal detector, please. We'll go through this. I was like, nice. And I was like playing hip hop. I go up to this girl. I'm dancing. She looks me up and down, laughs, and then walks away. And I was like,
Ooh. God damn. Oh,
You gotta
God.
just hold the L out.
yeah, but like, I don't know. The thing is, you can't think about it because like you don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was like, what's it what I'm wearing? What's my dance move? I'm like, if you spiral, I'm like, go get a drink.
Yeah. Gotta keep it moving.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it moving when it comes to that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I probably have to look back, maybe younger when I was like going to like clubs more often. And I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm like a girl comes and whines and I'm like doing the Carlton and shit. And they're just like, stop. So,
That's funny.
you're
as
embarrassing
hell.
yourself. Stop.
Hold on. Yo, let's put some respect on that dance move because it can be done
And that's
correctly.
low-key a wine. It could be a wine.
The only problem is Carlos is doing it mad shifty. Like, if you just hit it with a little extra sauce, like,
That's crazy.
I feel like when like you have to match the girls like dance moves, and if like even if like what if she doesn't have rhythm, and it's like you're trying to control it, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I'll be trying to whine, and he's going on a dagger. It's like two different like fucking.
Mhm.
It's two different worlds. I thought we
Yeah.
were dancing. She's like, "No, fucking hit me in the back." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah.
Right. Because like you're trying to lead, but then sometimes you just want to take notes, see where she's trying to go with it, and it's like you don't always know what the vibe is. And like, I'm like, all right, fam, well, I'm just gonna give you these. I'm just gonna give you these jokes, and we're gonna leave.
Yeah.
All right. Boom.
I just like a girl when she's dancing with you. Like she doesn't know how to dance, you know how to dance. You just like straight humping, and I like that. I like that.
That's when you don't know how to dance.
Yeah, I know how to dance. I like that. I love that. I was like, you don't know how to dance either. All right, great. Just fucking let's just dry hump, and we'll fucking. I don't know. You guys have the same feeling? No.
I like dancing with people who are better dancers than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to get rhythm.
Yeah.
Just like being Caribbean, like I had a terrible waistline, like, and I was insecure about my waistline. So then, when you go when I go to these events, I shy away. But now I'm just like, you have to just fucking get in there, and then once you find a good rhythm, then like they help you. It's like a matching a fucking rhythm.
But if you meet like an experienced dancer and they just like they'll do some crazy shit, you're like, I don't know how to follow this.
You don't have to follow. Like, do your thing.
Exactly. You let somebody rock. Fam, if somebody is more successful and wants to shine, which you're in a relationship with them, you let them shine and you do them thing, and then you pull back up after, like, right? It's the same dynamic.
Like some girls be like twerking mad hard on me. I'm just like, I just have to stand still. I'm gonna fucking shit.
Exactly.
I love seeing those videos where you see like the crowd is also holding it. You're like, ah, get it. Oh boy, getting it.
You're holding this fucking collar like
Yeah. That's community building.
community,
That's
bro.
what it is.
But sometimes like you get an awkward bubble and you're just like, I can't. You're just like, I can't. You ever done that? Like just rejected.
Well, what makes it awkward?
It's like you're trying to like bubble and she's like trying to do like some awkward fucking dance. Like
Yeah.
you ever had that
It's
shit? You just, like,
mismatch,
yeah,
miscommunication.
just, like,
I don't
her
push
off.
them off. I go let them do their thing.
Yeah, fuck that. I push off. I'm not doing this shit. Fuck
He's
that.
like, I'm rejecting you. Go.
Yeah. You must have control. Like, I decline this.
Mhm.
You can't decline me.
Yeah.
Take it back to the kitchen. That's a lot. I was like,
Give me back your credit card, okay?
that's not how I meant to. But
that's the thing.
I meant like when you get a bad plate of food and you're like, take this back to the
No,
kitchen.
no. That's a 40 inch slim.
No. Let the man cook. Because you have to realize what else is in the kitchen? The wine.
That's a perfect transition to our dark topic for the episode.
That's fucking
I'm
terrible.
I'm bringing it back. A little pick your
Go back to the
poison.
kitchen, get the wine, bitch. Oh, that's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
That's crazy. Is that your
That's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
Is that your domestic violence voice?
Yeah. Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, no woman can take him seriously.
That's like-
That's it right now. I'm leaving. That's it. You're gonna leave it. Take me seriously, goddammit. I deserve some respect.
You can use that to your advantage. Be like, I'm cheating on you. I never loved you from the start. She's like, Nathan, you're so funny.
Yeah, another one. That's another skit. Like you're just delivering bad news, but in the high voice.
Yo, that's a great skit. Yeah. You're like, no, the doctor tells them to deliver it to them. So
Yeah.
they're like, so you have 4 days to live.
It's basically that Key and Peele skit with Obama and his anger translator.
Yes. That's Nathan.
It's like, oh, I can't take anything seriously. That's crazy. All right, Nathan, will you do us the honors? I'm picking 2 cards for our dark topic for this episode.
Nigga stressed.
Fuck up.
Take your mask off,
Hold on.
or
You guys- Y'all forgot that this nigga can't read?
I can fucking read. I can
No,
read.
no.
I just can't spell officially.
You can't
Okay,
spell, you
shut
can't
up.
talk.
Shut up.
he can't spell out loud. He can spell, just not out loud.
It's so much pressure.
It's
now.
a lot of pressure.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Don't
First
look at
one.
him.
The first one is eat a puppy, or
That's what I saw. I'm like, that's hilarious.
only be able to eat things you find in a public trash.
So
I
puppy?
mean the fucking. I mean that puppy. I mean the hell. That's gonna be nice. That's a nice veal right there. That puppy.
Oh,
Yeah. Listen, okay.
brother.
If people have been eating dogs, right? They've been eing dogs for centuries, which means it's
who are these people, Calvin?
right?
I think they're good at math. I think. The Egyptians are great at math. You guys are fucking racist.
Exactly, right? You know the trigonometry to make it line up with the stars.
you
Like,
guys-
I'm not paying attention.
We don't condone this.
Piece of Pan-Africanism.
The views of Justin, Nathan, Calvin, and Denzel are not reflective of this.
I didn't say anything. These niggas said shit. I didn't say shit.
I gotta take you seriously, man.
Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I strongly believe that you can make any meat taste good, right? If you figure out the right
Really?
spices.
I agree.
If you figure out
I
the
agree.
right
No.
spices. Like, people have been cooking rotten meat for centuries and figuring out how to make it taste good. That's why we started using spices, right?
Yeah.
Was to mask the terribleness of the meats that we were using.
I think I'm like a very big texture guy because I feel like crocodiles would be like a very tough.
Alligator's delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
But it also depends on how you cook it.
Uh-huh.
Because, certain meats are tough, but
Mm.
depending on how you cook it, it gets more tender. So,
Mm.
all
It's
depends.
based on skill. We'll
Yeah.
make it back in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Alright.
we gotta we gotta go get you some alligator. We gotta go.
I saw all my job opportunities fall before my eyes. Damn.
Yeah, we gotta go get you some alligator because it's actually
I'm
really
down.
it's really.
I want
good.
to try like a bunch of like fucking exotic food.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to go to Asia for that.
As soon as you said like we have to go get some alligator, I was just imagining like a whole like boys trip to like Nolans or some
Right?
shit.
Listen,
it's
Yo,
the whole-
I'm down.
it's
We
almost
can
like-
vlog it. It'll be fire.
Yes, us in the
right?
bayou with Nathan. He get lost in the swamp.
You find
Right?
like
Yeah.
we have to find like the fattest, blackest like Cajun dude.
You know
Yeah.
they gotta have the
Yeah,
arms.
that's when you know they can fucking cook,
We're gonna
bro.
cook for you, boy, real now. You know, right down in the bayou.
If I go to New Orleans, I want 3 women to cast a love spell on me. That's how I know I did it right.
Oh yeah.
Why you wearing that mask, boy? You in the swamp. You in the bayou. It's getting hot. All right, back to the dark topic. Which one are you doing, Nathan?
Fuck. I think I might eat out of a trash can.
Hey,
Public.
dumpster diving goes hard. Don't worry about it.
I mean, dumpster diving? It's not that bad.
Right?
Restaurants throw out good food all the time.
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
time.
Get
Right?
some buns in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I be trying to I'm like, yo, why don't we just give this to somebody? And they're like, oh yeah, legally we can't give it to somebody. I'm like, that sounds like horseshit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, you're gonna give food to a homeless man, and he's gonna then find money to get a lawyer to sue you because it got him because it's got his stomach upset.
Mhm.
I was like, y'all really not thinking about this deeply.
Mm-mm. All right. Justin, which one are you doing?
I'm eating that puppy.
God.
Facts. Yeah, I'm with you.
I just have to do it one time and I can still eat all my food.
Yeah,
I
Wow.
think.
and it doesn't
Like-
have to be raw. Like, you can figure out how to cook it nice.
Okay,
Exactly, that's
so,
what I'm
so,
saying.
so I was gonna get there. Logistics speaking, who are you gonna find to cook this puppy?
You got me? I believe in your cooking too.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah,
Where-
Man with
where
the
we-
ears?
Yeah.
You gonna cook a puppy?
yeah.
Where we eating though?
It's
Are we gonna go like we eating ribs?
Oh
leg?
no, we're doing the whole thing,
I'm not eating the head.
right?
I draw the line.
Okay, all right.
That's the
fine.
line?
Yeah, the head.
Oh.
Anything else edible? You don't eat like an next man's brain, you know?
I don't know, bro. I would.
My girlfriend's
think?
gonna hate this episode. She loves dogs.
All right.
I love to eat
Dogs.
them.
I love dogs too.
What if they're delicious?
Think
That's
it's
the
looking
thing.
good.
They probably are.
Yeah.
Like, but they look cute, so we're like, we're not gonna eat that. I'm like, yo, why are you gonna waste a good meal?
Bro,
fam?
people
Like,
love cows.
Hmm?
I'm gonna still eat a burger.
exactly. Right? Have you ever seen a baby chick? Still looks fire. Like,
Nigga, I eat eggs. I'm like, don't even develop. I'm gonna fucking eat your embryo, nigga.
Don't even develop.
You're better this way. Crack. Frying it up.
Trash can for Nathan. Puppy for Justin. What you going?
puppy for me.
Puppy
Listen,
for Calvin.
I will figure out how to cook it. I'll figure out how to do the whole thing. I'll figure out exactly the seasoning that's necessary. Right?
Nigga, I'd make a puppy chili and just not give it out.
A puppy chili
That's
is what
not
you
fire,
said.
I can't lie.
Give it out. And people are like, yo, this is nice. You know what's in it?
What are you, South Park? Like, what
Yeah, some Cartman shit.
It's one of those like, because I feel like being in Toronto and going to restaurants, like people call like whether it's drinks or like
Mhm.
food, like just different stuff.
Mhm.
So you give anybody something called a puppy chili, they're not thinking that there's
Mhm.
puppies in it. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, it's just a cool trendy name that we call the chili, a
Mhm.
puppy chili. You
Yeah,
know?
you call it puppy love chili.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my God.
No
it's
one's
so
the wiser.
sweet.
Yeah.
Did I give him the story? Like, so I went to the shelter. With this one puppy.
Mhm.
He looked at me in the eyes. I was like, "You're gonna look delicious." So I picked him out.
Mhm.
I like how you start from like I went to the shelter because like I want to see you tell that story to somebody and like the light. Like,
While they're eating it. I wanted to, while they're eating it. So then I named him. I gave him a name.
it's not one of those stories where like you start from an innocent place. You just started right from. So we got it from the shelter. I'm like, wait, what?
His name is Salt and Pepper because he had a fucking white,
Oh, no.
white and black dots.
Mhm.
Call him Spot.
Mhm.
All right. We have time for one more. Justin, pick.
Fuck, you're evil.
I
You
know.
evil ass nigga.
It's
love
not
it.
even that. I feel like we've normalized eating 3 types of meat and not realizing that you can eat all of them.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's eating a pig, a
Ooh.
cow, and a chicken is no different than eating anything else, right?
Ooh.
Including human beings.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later.
No. I think that's different. I think we're not supposed to cannibalize each other. It's not good for us at all. It's not healthy. Like we get like mad cow disease, something like that.
I think we're gonna. I have a long take about this, so we
Next
will start
episode,
on
next
a different
episode.
episode. But yes,
Next episode, tune
What
in.
other next episode are we talking about?
Tune in for cannibalism. All right, next.
Lord have mercy.
All right. So vomit every time you orgasm, or have everyone in the room discover your darkest secret.
Oh,
I'm doing the
darkest
secret, yeah.
Yeah. What? I'm gonna get acid reflux and burn off my esophagus because I'm vomiting all the time. I don't
Yeah.
need that.
How much
That's-
times do you have sex in a week? That's a lot.
is that a real question?
I mean,
What's the average person? Because I think I'm on like 4 to 5.
Because you be fucking, so like that's
Yeah.
a lot of
A
vomit.
week? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wait, no, it says orgasm. It's not fucking. So I could be masturbating.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Right?
Yes.
Oh,
Why you
now,
looking at
now,
me like that?
now all of a sudden everybody has a different. Now
Yeah.
everybody now is like, oh, also can't beat my meat. Oh, now it's a problem.
Mhm.
I'm just saying you be fucking. This I don't know.
It's okay, but
Yeah.
like when people like, oh yeah, you be fucking. I'm like, well, how much do you think that means? Because like most people be fucking like maybe once a week, right? So it's like. I'm not doing that much more. Well, percentage wise, I'm doing a lot more than people. But like, I'm not like if you do by the numbers, like it's fine.
Hey man, all I'm saying is Drake said I've had sex 4 times this week. I'll explain. So if I get to explain that sex 4
Exactly.
times a week with 4 different women, you're living a good life.
Yeah.
and these days we have to ask with who.
Yeah, we don't know their age either. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sus.
Yeah. Mhm.
Interesting.
yeah, I'll do my darkest secret because I feel like I don't have any fucking
Yeah.
dark.
I
I
don't,
can say evil shit, but I'm not an evil person. So
Mhm.
depends on what evil shit you have to say. Because I'd be like,
oh, I can say whatever I want. Like I could be evil.
all right.
We all can be.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
You're entirely capable of being evil.
we have
would
the
you rather-
capacity for
okay.
evil. Yeah,
Real quick, would you rather kill someone or torture them?
kill.
Kill.
I see. I'm tortured.
Mm.
Damn.
I think it really depends. Yeah, because like I'd rather.
I would get enjoyment out of torturing.
It would actually be really fun.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
get, you get to like spend time figuring out exactly what you want to do to somebody, and then you get to learn a person's body as you go through the process. Right?
Nigga, what?
Listen, it's surprisingly, like a good analogy is sex, where like the first time you do it, you're not gonna be really good at it, but as you continue to learn the person's body, you get better and better at it. So you start to figure out all the person's pressure points, and then you can start doing it mentally and physically. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This nigga just described torture, and at the end was like, oh,
Retweet. I get it.
retweet. All right, guys, that's been another episode of the Dark Matter
Chinese
Podcast.
water torture? What? Just like dropping.
Oh.
That's been another episode of the Dark Matter Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for locking into the content. You can find us here on YouTube or on Instagram, TikTok, soon to be audio platforms. I feel like I say that every week. Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You can find us on those platforms soon enough. But thank you for tuning into the podcast. Take care.
Stay blessed, stay beautiful.
Yeah.
See, look, all I'm saying is you bring someone to the brink of death, and then you bring them back, and then you do it again.
thankful for it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Police.